Hello my friends, I'm Kayla, host of the Literally Dead Book Club, and I have so much exciting stuff to share with you today. I have so much to update you on. This is the official announcement for the May, June, and July picks, an idea that I have for August, an official announcement about where the book club discussions are moving, announcements for co-hosts, live shows, what else? Merch. Just so you know, down below, everything is an affiliate link. So much gets put back into my channel from the companies that I work with and that support me here, and by you supporting them, it supports my channel. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate you so much, whether you have bought merch or whether you've shown up to the comments of a live show. Just you engaging with my channel at all is so much appreciated. This first book, and this first like plug I guess, is for Aardvark, just because I want some people to get in on the deal if you've never signed up for Aardvark before they run out of stock. I don't know what their stock levels actually are, but I know people talk about how they get low on inventory sometimes. So if you're interested in this and you're from the States and you're signing up for Aardvark for the first time, if you use my code LALA, you can get this for $4. I know sometimes the things that I do aren't available to everybody, but I really try to make sure at least the books are available to everybody, which is why this actually got bumped into May instead of the book that I was planning, but we'll get all of that. This is Bat Eater and Other Names for Corzing by Kylie Lee Baker. This, I just want to say, like, I love how Aardvark integrates their logo. It's not like big and flashy like some other places on the spine, and the quality is really good. I bought this before they offered me a code and everything, and people have been telling me to use the service for a while, and they were right. So this one, it's also blurbed by like one of my favorite authors, and I really trust his recommendations. I have read the first 2 chapters, and I'm so excited to read this because I think a lot of us have been avoiding pandemic books, and now this is set 5 years ago. So maybe enough time has passed since those initial days that you feel like you can handle it. If you want something gruesome, oh boy, I think we are in for something with this. So it kicks off with our main character witnessing the murder of her sister. The man who pushes her in front of a train calls them bat eaters. And after that, while Cora's dealing with her grief, she also has a job in crime scene cleanup. And she notices an increase in violence and crimes committed against fellow East Asian women. But as the scenes that she sees get more and more gruesome, she starts to wonder if what she's seeing is real or if she's imagining some of it. So there's grief, it's confronting racism and discrimination, but it's also just like a gory horror book. And my co-hosts for Bat Eater are going to be Jan and Katie. These are 2 people who already have this on their TBR. We're already planning on reading it, and I'm so glad that I have them on the live show. It's going to be at the beginning of June. This has another cover. I would love to know which one is your favorite, because I feel like I prefer this one, but so many people are saying that this is the one that I'm starting to be convinced. But it came out in the UK a couple months ago, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. So I just feel like this is going to be a really good read for us. And the most exciting announcement is that we are officially moving our book club discussions over to Fable. I've been looking around, shopping around for the right place to host discussions. I don't like the way I currently do it on Goodreads. I never have, but it seemed like the right platform 5 years ago. But my issue with that is having to this sounds so silly, but having to divide the book up and giving questions to you, posing them in the discussion sections before I've read the book has always been such a struggle. And then when I go to find like, okay, here, part 2 begins on this page, and I try not to spoil myself. And sometimes I've been spoiling myself about books, trying to divide the book up. And what's so cool about Fable is they do it for me. That's like the benefit to me, is as soon as I add the book, I've already added this one to Fable. Actually, I'll move over so you can properly see me and that. It already automatically divides it into chapters the second that I pick the book for the month. And you can go in and you can comment on every single individual chapter. This app, you can read the book within the app. Again, I think it's only if you're in the States. If you already like reading on your phone, you can get the ebook and use the app to read it, and you can highlight as you're reading. You can add reactions. I did it with the sample. You can go sample the first 2 chapters right now. I would love to see everybody go over and do that, just because I want to see how everybody's like highlighting and reacting differently. But you can add notes like as you're reading that way. But if you're not going to read it within the app, the sections are still there. It's completely free. And after each chapter, just pop in. You can share like your favorite quote. You can type anything. You can respond to other people's comments, and you can follow my thoughts if it's a benefit to you to see what I was thinking chapter by chapter throughout the entire read. I'm already having so much fun with it. There was a description I was not expecting that was absolutely disgusting, that had to do with a bathroom drain in the 2nd chapter. When you get there, you'll know it. There was also a line about cheese. It was really simple, but it's gonna stick with me. for a minute. If you know, you know. I know so many of you are already on Fable, which is what helped me make the move over there. So many people have already been running their book club so successfully. So I'm excited to join the party, and I will put my link down below so they know that you came from me. But I'm also interested to see if like people will join my book club who are already on the app, who have no idea who I am, and the community can just continue to grow over there. I think it's just such a good platform to do this on. And it's so good for mystery thriller books because you can share your theories. And if you're someone who doesn't theorize a lot, but you want to see what other people were thinking, like everybody can share their spoilery thoughts and you can't see them unless you're accessing that specific chapter. So you don't have to worry about it ruining anything. Anyway, I'm really excited to use this through the end of the year and just to see how everything goes and if you guys love it. Let's get into the second pick, which I did bump from the original plan of May into June because I was informed by some of you, thank you so much, that this doesn't actually come out until June in the UK. This is Eat the Ones You Love by Sarah Maria Griffin, and I think this will be a really interesting back-to-back horror experience because this is gruesome and gory, and I think this is going to be more on the fun side, more lighthearted, more silly. Like it's about a human eating plant. Oh, that's the other thing I was supposed to announce. If what I just said reminds you of a certain movie called Little Shop of Horrors, I am doing a movie night with my channel members next Friday because I just have a feeling that this is going to if not a retelling, it's going to have some type of references, some type of allusions to Little Shop of Horrors, and I haven't watched that through in like at least 10 years. So I want us to be prepped and ready because then when we read this, we can notice any little clues. And if not, it's just a silly time for us to get together and watch something ridiculous. So Eat the Ones You Love, blurbed by V.E. Schwab, if blurbs mean anything to you, maybe that's a good endorsement, is about, oh, this is so pretty inside. Oh my gosh, I actually never looked under the dust jacket when I bought this. Sorry, so this is a sapphic horror. We have a main character whose name is Shell, and she lost her job and she goes into a mall and meets like the manager of a flower shop. But Neve, the florist, has some secrets about how she runs her shop. And in the back, there is a sentient orchid named Baby. I think this is going to be such a good time. I've read from Sarah Maria Griffin before and gave her 5 stars. That was YA, this one's adult. And my co-hosts for this one are so kindly going to be Jordaline and Gabby. These are 2 people who I think this fits in line with their horror taste. I just joined Jordaline for discussing Victorian Psycho for her Patreon. And the same month that I'm reading this with Gabby, I'm going to be on her live show and we're going to be reading Immaculate Conception, which is also an aardvark pick. So if you're looking for something to grab this month, that could maybe be the one for you. I ordered it, it's on its way to my house, but I was debating between that book and this book. Actually, I was debating between like all 3 of them, trying to figure out which ones I wanted to do when, and then Gabby said she was also interested in doing that one. So we were like, okay, you do this one, I do this one, and then everything works out. So that's her Book Troop book club. Link down below. Not an affiliate link, that one. I'm just trying to be transparent. I think these will be really fun to read back to back, really interesting, different vibes, but like they look kind of similar. And then we're gonna do a proper murder mystery in July. But before that announcement, which you might already be able to figure out, just a quick update on the merch. I've added a couple new colors. I brought back some greens. I took off all of the blues from last season. I have greens up there. I have, I think, a couple new tie-dye colors. And then I went with some reds because we have some red things coming up for the latter half of the year. I want to wear red in my own merch for my live shows. It's very important to me. So for selfish reasons, I added some red, and maybe you'll be into that too. I think there's like a maroony red. I don't know why I said I think. I know. I'm the one who put them up there. I'm working on some other ideas outside of Bonfire, maybe coming up next season, but for right now, that link is down below. So now you know which shirt I'm going to be wearing to the live show of course, With a Vengeance by Riley Sager. We always read Riley Sager in the summertime. I think Elias's review on Goodreads right now gives a good sense of how we feel about Riley Sager. So of course, Elias will be the one joining me in the live show along with Chanel, 2 of my longtime Literally Dead Book Club besties. I'm so excited to chat about it with them because we've had such mixed thoughts over the years of Riley Sager. Last year maybe didn't go great, but the year before was amazing. The year before not so great. The year before amazing. And even when you think you're gonna stop, like he comes out with a synopsis that sounds so intriguing and you don't want to miss out on what everyone's gonna be talking about in the summer. I think this one's gonna be so fun to talk about on Fable because Especially with a mystery thriller, like you can talk about all of your theories and you can see what other people are thinking. And I'm really going to use Fable to guide the discussion because I want to know what you guys were reacting to in the moment, the theories that you had, the thoughts that you had, so I can build out a really good conversation about it and like pose the proper questions. This one I don't have to hold up for you yet. It comes out in July. But it is set in the 50s, a historical mystery. How often do we do that? This follows a woman named Anna, and there were 6 people who like 10, oh my God, it was literally right in front of me, 12 years ago, destroyed her family, whatever that means. And she has a plan to get them all onto this train from Philadelphia to Chicago. It's like an overnight train. And her plan is to confront them all about what they've done. And at the end of the journey, she has the authorities ready to arrest them all. But before her plans can fully get underway, somebody dies on the train. And she knows she didn't do it. So now she's suddenly stuck in a train with a murderer. And she doesn't want anyone else to die. She wants to get proper vengeance and revenge with them actually having to face what they've done. So she now finds herself having to protect the people that were responsible for her family's downfall, while she's also like trying not to get murdered herself and figure out who the person is who's doing the murdering. I've heard from a couple people who got early copies that this is really twisty, as is, you know, all of his books. He has a bunch of layered ones and sometimes they get ridiculous, which I think I need that. And I love the idea of getting to look through as you're reading the chapters and seeing like what your reactions were at every given moment with the reveals on Fable. I just think the next couple months of the book club is gonna be so much fun. That live show will probably be in August. And then for August, Fable does polls, which is another reason I feel really good about the book club being on this platform. So in past years, we've done polls on various other places. I know not everyone wants to be on Instagram or likes Instagram. Not everyone's on Goodreads or wants to be on Goodreads. So I hope everyone as a collective can head over to Fable. I know that it's available in like every country, totally free for you to join. And then we're gonna do a poll for the month of August of what we're going to read together. And I'm gonna put up a bunch of options, or if you want to give me suggestions of what you really wanna read. I don't have anything picked for August. I already have my ideas for September, October, and November because there's a book coming out in November. Usually I leave the poll up for that time of year, but there's something I really want to do then. So I've moved the group decision into August. And I think next month, maybe you can expect a poll so you have a good amount of time prepared to get the book or know where it's coming from, like when you have to get it, where you have to get it from. And I'm definitely going to do a couple backlist options and a couple new options that I think are probably lesser known because we are reading some more popular things, but of course I like to platform a mix of stuff. And I am toying with the idea of using Fable for tracking because I am super behind. I haven't tracked, I think, anything that I've read in 2025, so I'm gonna try out Fable. I like that they have half-star ratings. I like that I think this could be really bad for me, but they do like reading streaks, like you check in every day and just say that you read. And I'm definitely someone who's a completionist who wants to complete a loop, who wants to check in every single day. If you're also that kind of person, maybe Fable is for you. Everything I talked about, like I said, is down below, and I will see you somewhere chatting about these books.